What's up, Warrior Babes? Nikki here, and welcome to our Saturday Warrior Babe Revolution Rally Call. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. I hope you guys are having an awesome morning so far. We'll get started in just a few minutes. So go inside of the Facebook group, babes, and leave a comment for all of the other Warrior Babes in the group and let them know that this call is starting and they want to be on today because this topic is fire. It's not the same topic that I share with you guys inside the group that Kate posts for the topic announcement. I totally changed this topic up last minute, which I'm so well known to do because it just came to me, and I feel like this topic today is really important. So go inside the group, leave the comment for the other Warrior Babes, and let them know that this is starting and they don't want to miss out on this one. I am recording it, though. It is in record mode, so this will also be in the app for everybody. But I don't know, there's something about just being on this live and getting my energy and hearing what I have to share with you guys, then it sets the tone for the rest of the day. So go inside the Facebook group, let them know that this is starting. If you guys are new to Warrior Babe and you guys are just getting a part of inside the group, this is something that we do every single Saturday at 11 a.m. So make sure that you guys mark your calendars and you set your alarms for this Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You don't want to miss these. These are awesome, and they get you started for the rest of the day and the week going forward. So really quick before we do start, I just want to run through some updates with you all. If you guys are new to Warrior Babe, please make sure you go through the Warrior Babe Revolution blast off emails. I can't stress how important they are to limit the overwhelm of starting something new. Every single day, I am giving you just only one task to complete inside of those emails so that you don't get overwhelmed with starting something new and don't feel like you have any idea where to start. Like, that's the reason why I set up those Warrior Babe Revolution blast-off emails, because the people that get overwhelmed, they end up quitting within the first 2 weeks. And you guys are Warrior Babes now, so we don't give up. So that's why I'm walking you through one important task to complete each and every day to set yourself up for long-term success, because that's what matters most is long-term success. We all play the long game here because that's what it takes to get the kind of body you guys want. Now, also inside of the app, I put inside of where the Warrior Babe guidelines and rules is, there is a section for you guys to understand how the Facebook group works and how to get your questions answered super fast, and how to contact myself and my support team. That's inside of the first video inside of the Warrior Babe guidelines. Really important that you guys listen to that and just understand how the whole gist of Warrior Babe works. And also, our community leader, Kate, is there to answer anybody's questions. I know a lot of you guys are familiar with Kate, but anybody that's new, Kate Holly is our community leader. She's been a Warrior Babe for 2 years and has an amazing story that she shared with you guys inside the Facebook group too as well. She wants the same success for you and all the other Warrior Babes that she's had for herself. She is like the walking image of what Warrior Babe can do for you over a 2-year period. She's completely changed her entire body. Like, every single aspect of her body is different. Her stomach is leaner, her legs are leaner, her arms are leaner, her butt is completely different. And her picture's inside of the Facebook group, so check that out. One thing also, too, before we get started on today's topic, which, guys, make sure you go into the Facebook group and you let the girls know, the babes know that we are getting started. This topic is fire today. It's not the same topic that I talked about or made announcement, that Kate made announcement in the group. It's something that I just came up with last minute, and I wanted to talk about it because I feel like it's really important. So really quick before we start, the questions, don't be the person to ask questions that can be answered inside the application. So take the time to make sure you search there first and listen to everything that I'm sharing with you. If the question that you guys are seeking is not answered inside the application, then you can go to our frequently asked questions resource page. That is beneath all of the modules. There's a link at the bottom of the page there. I built an entire platform with all of the most frequently asked questions. So if a question is not answered there, then that's where you guys are going to head to the Facebook group and ask your fellow Warrior Babes. And also tag Kate and myself for any questions that are specifically for us to help you. We're here to help you. We're here to serve you and help you see through this whole entire journey. Another thing is progress pictures. I can't stress, inside of my Warrior Babe program, Warrior Babe Blueprint program, the progress pictures, like in the onboarding process, those babes have to upload progress pictures in order for their entire program to be built for them. Also, they have to update those progress pictures and measurements every single week before they get on a live Q&A call with me. If those requirements are not met, they can't talk to me live. So I can't stress to you guys, even inside the Warrior Babe program, the Revolution, to put progress pictures out there, to share them with everybody, to see how your progress is moving along. Progress pictures at the beginning, probably you don't want to take them. It probably sucks, but I can't stress to you that if you're consistent and over a course of like 3 to 4 to 5 months, that before and after picture is going to be drastically different. So share those progress pictures because we can see what's going on, and like all the other warrior babes are there to help each other along the way. One last thing before we get started on today's topic is the updates in the app. So the meal plan has been updated for you guys for the week moving forward. So you guys can check that out inside the Warrior Babe Meals. All right. So are you guys ready to get started with today's topic? I'm so stoked. Also, I see you girls are letting everybody know. Thank you, Goliath. Thank you, Niladia, that you guys let the babes know that the call is getting started. That's awesome. So today's topic is how your two yous inside of your mind, they fight to control you. And this topic is fire, guys. It's something that, I'm going to share with you what I mean by that and some examples and how to get past the lower you and how to become the higher you. So as a warrior babe, you guys are no longer thinking from the perspective or should no longer be thinking from the perspective of who you are now. So the real question you need to ask yourself daily is, who are you becoming? Okay, so you see, like, you have these beliefs about yourself. You have to find yourself as, I am someone. Because of social media and because of human nature, we are so quick to hold on and grasp to these ideas of who and how we are or who we think that we should be. So, like, you say I am, right? I am fat. I am overweight. I am skinny. I am ugly. I am smart. I am dumb. I am not a good reader. Or I am whatever, right? How many times do you guys say that on a daily basis? I am someone. Then your beliefs of you saying that will become your reality. So if you or someone tells you you are fat or you are a terrible reader, you form that belief inside your mind by replaying that negative experience over and over again, by replaying that story inside of your head. And then you create actions that are in harmony with whatever the beliefs you hold are. So, for example, if you think, I am overweight, you don't think you can get skinny. So you don't try to eat healthy, so you don't try to exercise, so you get more overweight, right? So if you think I am overweight or you think I am fat, you don't think you can get skinny, so you don't try to eat healthy, you don't try to exercise, so you get more overweight. You see then, like, those actions that you are creating are in harmony with whatever beliefs you hold are. But if you start thinking, I am becoming fit, you believe you can. So you try to eat well. You do your best to exercise. So you end up getting fit over time, right? So for an example of my own end here, it's outside the fitness world, but I know it can definitely paint the picture for you guys. When I was younger, I was referred to as a terrible reader because in the 3rd grade, my teacher told my parents, who then told me that I was a terrible reader, that I was slow and couldn't understand the concepts. Therefore, throughout my life, I absolutely hated reading. I never picked up a book. And any school activities or summer reading that we had to do, I never did it because I thought that I was bad at it. I painted this picture inside of my head. I was reliving these stories that people told me I was bad at. So why the hell would I want to do it? Because I was bad at it, quote unquote, bad at it. I was painting these stories inside of my head. So I didn't even try to do it. And then I would always bomb the welcome back to school test, which further reinforced to myself and my teachers that I was no good at reading. So what happens here is beliefs drive the actions which create the results that give us feedback. And this is called a feedback loop, which then loops back around and creates the beliefs we hold for ourselves. So it goes beliefs that you hold for yourself, actions that you take, results, the feedback you get, then loops back to the belief again, and it strengthens and makes that belief even stronger. So any negative thing, so belief that I'm a bad reader, the actions that I took is that I absolutely hated reading, so I didn't read. This resulted in me bombing on the back-to-school test, which gave feedback and reiterated that I wasn't good at it, and teachers knew I wasn't good at it. So this then circled back into making that belief even stronger. Right, so you guys can think of like something in your past, like maybe, like I'll even share more examples about this, but like going into the gym, I am afraid of walking into the weight room, or I am fat, or, you know, like thinking of these stories that you were just telling yourself. Is something, maybe like your mom or dad did something to you when you were younger and like made jokes about you, or you were made fun of as a kid, or, you know, something negative that just popped up in your head. And as you grew up, those beliefs just got stronger and stronger and stronger because you create actions and results around that, which gave you feedback, which then gave you a stronger belief to believe in. Right? So if I ever attempted to read a book, I always found myself rereading the pages, always. And then just freaking giving up because I was so frustrated. Until I was 25 and I was asked if I read books, I told my friend no, and my friend asked me why, and I gave him this entire story/belief about myself and how I was a terrible reader. But it was because I was attaching myself to this story of my past. It wasn't even true right now at age 25. I just led myself to believe this over time. Guys, when I finally believed this and broke through that at age 25 in 2015, I read 15 books in 1 year, right? And I wasn't beating myself over and telling myself every time that I was a terrible reader. I changed my mindset, and I read 15 books in 1 year. The same thing applied to me when I completely changed my body composition. I was a sugar addict. I was absolutely attached to eating sugar. I was obsessed with it. And people at my coach wanted to tell me to eat vegetables and eat 6 times a day. I was so hooked on eating only 3 times a day. But I made a shift. And as soon as I stopped telling these stories, you're not going to be able to do it, you're attached to sugar, you don't like vegetables, I made a huge, drastic change for myself. So whatever belief you have of yourself will become your reality. Let me tell you that again. Whatever belief you hold so dearly to yourself, even if it's a negative one, that will become your reality. And over time, this sense of self and identity gets very strong and very well defined, especially when we define ourselves as a particular person unable to change. And that means that you're going to be in a lot of conflict because whenever something comes to you that isn't you, you're going to be like, oh, I can't do that, or it's going to freak you out. And you're going to get scared because that isn't you, and you can't do anything that isn't you. So let me say this one thing. All conflict within a person comes from defining who we are. Because in defining who we are by default must be defined as who we are not, right? So again, if you think I am overweight, you don't think you can get skinny. So if you're defining yourself, who you are, as I am overweight, in default, you are defining who you are not. You don't think you can get skinny. So you don't try to eat healthy, so you don't exercise, so you get more overweight. Is this starting to make sense, guys? but you desire to have a stronger, sexier body and be more than who you are right now. And who we inspire to be isn't who we currently are. Internally, this is causing so much conflict because your two selves are at war with each other constantly. Literally, your two yous fight to control you. And this is the main topic of today. This conflict is universal. If you pay close attention, you can actually see when the different parts of a person's brains are arguing with each other. For example, when someone says, "Why did I eat all of that cake?" You ever gonna find yourself in that situation? Why did I just eat all of that food? The answer is because the lower level you won out over or snuck its way past the thoughtful, higher level you. So we all have a current self which we have defined as I am something up to this point. And we all desire something else which is more than who you are right now. That's your desired self. So you have who you are in this current moment, right? Who you want to be. Now, you might be more out of shape. You might think you're fat or you're not enough. How many people have said, I am not enough right now? That's who you currently feel, right? But you want to be more fit. You want to be healthy. You want to have high energy. You want to have that next level sexy body. That's your desire. When you begin to step out and change and grow into your desired self, you will come into conflict against your current sense of self and what you are capable of. That's why I believe that we need to get rid of the idea of who am I completely and only focus on who are you becoming? Because, guys, when you think about who you are becoming and that person that you want to be, you're going to be acting different. Your body's going to be different. Your mindset's going to be different. The way that you handle yourself is going to be different, right, than what you currently are. But if you continue to think from that perspective of who you are becoming and you start answering questions as that person would answer questions, or you start going about your day, like going to the gym, as that person would go to the gym, or when you think about the person you're becoming with the body that person has, and you start eating consistently because that's what's going to get you that body that you want, you are going to become the person that you want faster. I'm going to share with you how I did that. Now, I want you guys, the real question to think is, who am I becoming? That's why I believe you have to get rid of the idea of who I am completely and only focus on who you are becoming. Nothing is still. Nothing is still. We are always becoming something, whether that is worse, more of the same, or better. Now, which ones are you going to choose? Worse, more of the same, or better? I'm going to choose the better one, right? And I just told you how you guys can start becoming the person that you want to become if you start imagining that body and seeing yourself in that body, and how would that person respond? So you have your current self, and that self meets an opportunity to become a part of a program that can lead you to your desires, right? So Warrior Babe, that's leading you to your desires. But first, we have to break the chains of identity that we've built up from the stories and beliefs of the past. Because if you keep holding on to that identity and these stories and these beliefs of your past, the road to becoming who you want to become is going to be a long and bumpy and challenging road if you keep telling yourself these negative stories that don't even make sense to the reality that you're living right now. And also ask yourself, would the person that you're becoming in the body that you have, the person that you want to become, would they believe these stories that you're telling yourself right now? Hell no. That person's going to laugh at those stories. Now, second, we must let go of who we currently are to become who we want to be, and that involves doing things which have victimized our current self and its identity. Now, the best way to move towards your becoming self is by breaking down your current self, by doing things it normally wouldn't do. So it questions itself, and it realizes that its belief that it holds on so strongly and holds on to aren't even real, right? Like the things that you're telling yourself, I'm a bad reader, I am fat, Like, those are just things that you're telling yourself, negative stories that have made you believe that that's true to you, but it's not even real. It doesn't meet your reality right now. It doesn't meet who you're becoming. That person, when you're toned, when you're in shape, when you're strong, that person's not going to think that they're fat, right? So why would you now think that you are? You're just thinking that because it's who you are now, but you need to think about who you are becoming. So examples too, some more examples of this. If you never go to the gym, try going every day for 2 months. If you say negative things to yourself when looking at yourself in the mirror, try reframing those words into positive phrases about yourself and the body that you are building. Instead of I am fat, say I am becoming fit. If you don't like veggies, eat veggies. So my own experience, when I first started this journey, I shared with you guys about how I was a sugar addict and how I basically just stopped cold turkey and knew that the person that I wanted to become would not be a sugar addict. But I also, when I decided to compete, which I'm not telling you guys have to do, but this is a way to get outside of your comfort zone, is by doing things that your current self wouldn't do. Because I told myself, I am too shy to step on stage. I said that almost every single day. I'm way too shy. I have to get up on stage and do what? You want me to stand in a two-piece bikini in front of what? In front of hundreds of people? What? I am way too shy to do that. But I did it. How did I do it? Because I knew the person that was stepping on stage who wanted to win that day wouldn't be telling themselves that I'm too shy. I would fumble and fall and probably break a leg in the heels that I was wearing. But I didn't tell myself I was too shy. I got over that. I told myself and said, I'm confident. I am proud of my body. And I'm going to show it off to the 100 people looking back at me. I'm going to show it off to the judges because I worked damn hard to get that kind of body. Right? So you see how I was telling myself that kind of story? But I had to step outside of my comfort zone and do something that was going to break down my current self, something that I wouldn't normally do, so that it questioned. So I was questioning myself and realized that its beliefs that I was holding on to about being shy weren't even real. Guys, once you guys can break through this and identify these things and triggers and these stories that you're telling yourself, that's the moment that you rewrite your own story. And you rewrite your own story to the person that you are becoming. Because the person that you're becoming is going to think completely different than who you are right now. So once you start thinking from the perspective of who you want to be and start acting like that person, that's how you're going to achieve everything so much faster. Explore, experience, and actively begin to break down some of the beliefs you have been holding on to make room for new ones. So I want you guys to do something that you wouldn't usually do. Even if it's something simple, do it. Do something that starts making your current self question itself. Do something that the person that you are becoming would do. And the more beliefs that you break down, the more change you will experience. And the faster that change will happen. Guys, I can't stress this enough. It's not about the freaking the diet and the workout tactics. It's about the mindset too. Once you guys can establish these things that are going inside of your head, it's not fucking psychotic. It's not like what is like these voices or whatever. Those voices they're trying to tell you something, right? You're fighting against yourself, but you got to go down the road that's who you are becoming. So what is that person trying to tell you? And do it. Do the more positive thing that the person that you're becoming wants to do. Be consistent with yourself. Again, it's not about just a diet and a freaking workout program. It's not just about hitting your macros, and it's not just about showing up. And I mean, it is about showing up, but it's not just about going in and doing a workout. It is about consistently showing up for yourself. It is about consistently hitting those macros, but it's also about understanding this concept that I just shared with you today. And a lot of us struggle with branching outside of our comfort zone. Some people, I talked about this in the last rally call, which I didn't record, but I'd definitely be doing another one. But some of us are so stuck in a comfort zone and so used to the way that we are because that's how we've defined ourselves. And especially if you guys are doing it alone. If you're on this journey and like your environment around you isn't that supportive, it can be really hard. And imagining a new body and a person that you want to be could bring up a lot of these beliefs that aren't even real to you. But you start thinking it's real because of things you've been telling yourself over and over again. I have seen so many women struggle with these barriers. And when you're trying to achieve these higher goals, there's nothing more valuable. And this is why I'm here. This is why I'm serving you. This is why I'm providing these rally calls. This is why I'm helping you with this mindset shift. This is why I help you guys inside the group. This is why Kate's inside the group, because Kate's gone through this too. Kate would write on her hand LS and then, the greater or lesser than sign. She would have the mouth eating the LS, and on the other side of that would have CS. Lower self, eating, and on the other side, it's the current self. So the mouth was the greater than or whatever. Well, I never got those right in school. But she would have the eating the lower self because she was always working on becoming a higher self and becoming a better self. That's why we're here. And, guys, there's nothing more valuable than learning from somebody further along in the same exact process as you. We're a couple years ahead of what you guys want to accomplish. So take it from us. Listen to us. Listen to the mindset things. These probably are the biggest concepts that you guys should try and understand, not just diet and exercise. Shifting the mindset to becoming who you want to be. And I teach this all inside of the Warrior Babe program, the Warrior Babe Blueprint program, which is the level higher than the Revolution. And you guys, inside of that is where people experience the power of my tough love. Because, guys, I had to go through what you guys are going through right now, or maybe experiencing, or maybe coming up with these conflicts, or maybe telling you these bullshit stories that you're believing. And that's why I give you tough love, because I had to give it to myself in order to achieve what I had. And you guys can get that through the Warrior Babe Blueprint program, because you are able to chat with me 2 times a week. And when these experiences come up, or you feel like you're self-sabotaging yourself, I'm on the other end holding you accountable to get past these stupid belief stories and help you realize how powerful you truly are. But sometimes you just need somebody else to show you that picture, because it's hard to see yourself. So if you guys want to check that out, go to warriorbabeblueprint.com and check out the whole training that I put together. But other than that, guys, that totally concludes. I'm just like at peace right now. Like, I just feel so good sharing that with you. Like, I don't feel like I normally am with my energy, like high energy. I just feel calm and chill with sharing that with you guys. That topic is huge. And it's recorded, so it will be inside the app. If you guys want to go back, if you guys like this hit home, if this triggered you in any way, go back and re-listen to this. It's just like watching another, like a movie. Like the next time you guys listen to it, it's going to hit more triggers in you. It's going to help you actually live out this activity and actually live out thinking from the perspective of who you want to be. Because as a warrior babe, you are no longer thinking from the perspective of who you are now. You have to think about who you are becoming. And when you think about that, you can make actions that person would do. You can act on the ways that person would act. Right? All right, babes. So I hope you guys enjoyed that call. I hope you guys enjoyed and got some great feedback, and it resonated with you guys. If you guys are interested in checking out the Warrior Babe Blueprint program, you can go to www.warriorbabeblueprint.com and check that free training out. And other than that, babes, keep up the amazing work. Like, I see you guys inside the Facebook group. I see the ones that are sharing their success stories. And this call is for the ones that are underlying and not sharing their story, or maybe they're struggling. Like, those are the ones I really want to get to help, because that's where the change is going to happen the most. And that's what I love and thrive off of, because there were so many areas in my life that I had to pick myself up when I was falling down. And I don't want anybody else to experience that. That's why I'm here to give you that tough love. So I will see you guys inside the Facebook group. Have an amazing rest of your weekend. Keep up. Keep being the person that you're becoming, and think about that person, how that person would act. All right, babes. I love you all, and I will see you inside the Facebook group. Bye, guys.